So, your ex just dropped a big bomb on you that he's moving in with his girlfriend. And now that means that he is moving in with her and your children. You've got a woman that you have never met before in your life that's going to be consistently on a daily basis in your children's lives and sharing a home with them and living with them. However that situation may be with you, if it's week on and week off with your kids or a couple of days on and a couple of days off, doesn't matter. The fact is that you know now that there is someone very significant in your ex's life, and she is going to be in your children's life. Well, I know how you feel, and I'm sure that you have a lot of feelings that you've got a few choice words about that to use to explain how you feel, and I can understand that. All kinds of things from, you know what, I don't know who she is, who's this bitch moving into my children's life. Yeah, you're talking things like that, and that's only a natural thing to say. Or it could just be, you know what, I am so overwhelmed with this whole process that I can't even get a grasp on any of this. We've just separated not that long ago, and now he's found someone else. He's moving fast. They're buying a home. They're moving in together. She's in my kid's life, and I don't know how to get a handle on any of these feelings, these emotions. What about my kids' emotions? How do they feel? And what do I do? And now you're wondering, should I be meeting her? And this is what happened for me. Yeah, I was feeling all those same things that you're feeling, absolutely. I was at a complete loss. I just found that everything was just going so fast. Hadn't even separated for even, I think, 4 or 5 months. The house was for sale. They're buying a house together. They're moving in. And I'm actually still trying to get back with my ex. I'm dealing with all these emotions, and my kids are, and I just didn't know what to do. So I actually ran into someone who was divorced, and she said to me, she says, yes, you do need to meet her. And I admired this woman, and she had, I think, 4 or 5 children. She'd been divorced, and she says, it's the best thing that you can do, Lisa, and you can set the tone with this woman as to what you want and how you want things to be run in these different households, what your expectations are and what your intentions are. So I thought about this, and I made a phone call, and I said, since you're going to be moving in now, this is a sure thing, and you're going to be living with my children, then I think it's a very important thing that we meet. So I said, let's meet, and we met at a coffee shop. And we sat down. I didn't even order a coffee. This was not going to be a small talk, chatty, get to know you, and now you're my new best friend. Absolutely not. This was just to set the intention that I had, and I only had 2 things to discuss with her. One, I said, was, if there's anything that you are concerned about with my children and you can't figure it out, something difficult, and you don't know how to answer anything for them or to guide them, and it's very difficult for you, they're being difficult, then I want you to feel free to call me. Let me know what this situation is, and we will discuss it, and we will figure it out. And she said, okay. And the next thing I said was, it goes the other way around. If my kids have any issues with you, they're not feeling good about something, and they're talking to me, then naturally I am going to you, and we will be discussing this as well, and we will figure it out. And she said, that sounds great. And that's all I said. And I said, I've got something else to get to. I'm busy. And that's it. I bet you I sat down, said those things, and was out of there in less than 5 minutes. And I know she wanted to get into some small talk and ask some things about me, and that's not where we were at this point. Yes, I had a lot of feelings. I had some animosity. Who are you? How did you meet my ex? What's going on? What kind of living do you make? Like, what's your lifestyle like? Where do you come from? What's your family like? I had a lot of questions, but really, you know what? I didn't need to get into any of that. Those are not questions that I felt that I needed to know at the time because it was beyond my control. And that's what I'm saying to you as well. If your ex has met someone and they're moving in together, you do not have any say or any control in any of that. The only thing that you can do is set the tone. Meet her and discuss those two things like I said. If there's any questions that she's got about the kids, can't figure a problem out, get a hold of you. And if the kids have an issue with her, then you're going to be talking to her. And I have found that that really empowered me, and it gave me a great sense of confidence to know I am the mother and I call the shots. These are my kids and I'm looking out for them because they are the number one thing here. Their emotions, their self-worth, their self-confidence, all of those things come first. Just they are the priority and their well-being. That's all that matters. Nothing else should matter to you about her unless there is something way unforeseen, out of control, that needs to be addressed. Other than that, there isn't anything. And I know you're sitting here and you're probably thinking, wow, you know what? It could be a couple things you're thinking. You're thinking, I just can't do that. I need to know more about her, or there's just no way that I can meet her. I can't do this. And I'm just saying from experience, this is what I did at the beginning, and I set the tone for this, that intention, like I said. And it was really, really good because what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter who this other person is. They are never going to be the mother of your children. You are the mother, and that's who you are. The other thing is that they might have some amazing qualities that will be brought into that home, some amazing things that they do for your children. But your children know that you are the mother, and that's it. So, that was a lot to listen to at this point right now. I get it. It's a lot to absorb. And I'm asking you that if there's something else that you feel that you want me to talk about concerning this subject or any other subject that I've had on any of these vlogs that you've been watching now for about a year, pertaining to divorce and afterwards, I would love to hear those and speak to you about those because you are my audience and I want to make sure that you are feeling empowered and that you can move on in many different areas during your separation and divorce. And this is a very, very tricky thing to maneuver. It's very, very difficult. It is not easy at all. But what I can say is, by having that meeting, you can move forward where you are civil with this person because you are going to be seeing them. You're going to be seeing them probably mostly at your children's events and functions. Not much else, okay? But even when you're dropping your kids off and picking them up, or if they are dropping them off and picking them up, you're going to be seeing her at these different types of situations in your life. And how are you going to handle that? Well, I can say when you have done this at the beginning, she knows who you are, and there is no doubt about any of that. And it feels really, really good for yourself. that you are the mother, you're in charge, your children's well-being is number one out there. So let me know if you're resonating to any of this stuff, or if you've done something else where you have found has worked out really, really well for you. Because there are a lot of women watching this. There's guys too. But they need to know things that will help them and guide them. And that's what this is all about, to make it less stressful for yourself and to be able to go through these feelings and emotions with some support so that you can move forward and not be stuck in some terrible, lonely, and exhausting feelings for yourself that create a tremendous amount of anxiety as well, especially when you can't make decisions. So, like I said, feel free and share. This has been an incredible topic to talk about tonight, and I'm very happy that I've been able to bring this one to the table. So have an amazing night, an amazing day, whatever it is that you've got right now when you're listening, because I know there's a lot of people all across the globe watching this, and that's what it's all about, to help women be able to have good relationships with themselves, with their kids, with their ex's significant other. And I'm not talking about best friends and stuff right here. I'm just talking about being civil and having your kids' well-being number one. Okay? So, like I said, share and have a great night. Thanks for listening.